Welcome to the Diary of a Solopreneur. This is going to be a series of videos, raw vlog style, that is going to be meant to guide somebody who wants to start an online business by building an online brand, creating their first product, a course, cohort, sell courses online, or offer one-on-one services. My aim is to help the person who is called a solopreneur. A solopreneur is a person who runs the business by himself, maybe due to the fact that they cannot afford to work with a team, they cannot afford to have a social media person. So this is actually the general public, but these people are not catered for because most of these business videos I watch online, they are all talking about start a team, build a company. But no, we are just trying to get our first sale. We are just trying to make ourselves be known out there. The people begin to know about our existence because we are not known out there. That's why we call it the solopreneur. Somebody who owns a content, an IP, a course, and you want to share your knowledge or your expertise out there. This vlog style is going to help us in many ways that we're going to learn together. And I'm going to share with you everything that I'm doing. Who am I? If you ask, and why can I teach this, is because my name is Gamel and I've built a social media account to over 300,000 followers across all social media platforms called Gamel Hoja. And the process of how I did this and the things that I did all over the journey is something that I believe that can help somebody who's also trying to do the same to start and do the same. So that is one of the major reasons why I'm making this vlog style. So let's just jump on to the first and most important part. So why do you need to create a personal brand first of all? Now, the personal brand is what is going to be your billboard. That is going to be your television. That's going to be your media. A way for people to know that you exist, a way for people to know about the problems that you've solved for yourself, and a way for people to know and understand about the services and the products you're trying to sell. Money is earned when you bring out services and products and solutions to people, and people who need it give you money in exchange for the product and the services that you have. Very simple. I don't want you to complicate it. So it can be very simple. Some of us have actually been able to do things that other people need to do the same. And you don't need to be a complete expert before you can teach something. You just need to have a little knowledge higher and above the person who is trying to learn from you. So somebody who is doing the masters can actually help someone in the undergraduate. Someone doing the PhD can guide somebody who is doing the masters. Why? Because they've done and they've gone through the same expertise. I've been able to come to Turkey, did my undergraduate, did my master's, and currently doing my PhD on a scholarship. So I think I can teach people how to also land a scholarship in Turkey. You see a lot of people in America talking about how to come to America, this visa types. You see a lot of people, they master the language. It could be Turkish, Spanish, French, and they start to teach other people. This is an expertise. People learn how to create courses and they are teaching people how to also do the same. This is an expertise that you're trying to sell. But then the truth of the matter is, if you know 5 people, it means you have to talk to 5 people, convince these 5 people, and maybe 1 person buys. You made a sale, perfect, that's great. But 5 people, that's why you're able to speak to them and you only made 1 sale. So it means that if you know 10 people, you make 2 sales. If you know 20 people, what does that mean? You make 4 sales. So now we need to scale. That is the only thing you need to think about. So I know you might be saying, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to be known. I don't want any other person to be in my business. But the truth is, 5 people, 1 sale, 10 people, 2 sales, 20 people, 4 sales. So 30 people, how many sales? So it means this is what we're talking about, scalability. And then the number of scale determines the amount of sales you can make. So it's just a math game. You just have to draw it back, go back on the process and actually ask yourself, so how much do I need to make, and how many people do I have to need to reach? And this comes down to the fact that you need to build a brand, because people need to be aware of what you have in place and what you're going to sell. So this is how the process starts. I mean, when I tell you to go out there and create your first product, maybe a course or a product, it could be very difficult for you to do at the beginning. And actually nobody started that way. So I'm going to give you the guidance and the steps of how I went through this particular process. When I started, I was teaching English to people physically. Like, I just go to this person's house, I teach them. When I'm done, I pick a taxi or I pick the bus and I move to the next person. Now, look at this. At the beginning, I was super happy to even have somebody to say, I would like to take a private lesson from you. That was exciting. I go to their house, I give them the lesson, I move to the next person. And for me, that was like, wow, I found a business. I'm working for myself. Yeah, but that is a glorified worker. I mean, there is nothing so scalable about that. But at that time, for me, that was all I needed, to have 2 or 3, 4 clients that I can visit on a daily basis, teach and make money on my own terms. Okay, so that sounded great. That was a great thing. And I managed to convince some 2 or 3 people to make it in a form of a group section. So I'm able to meet them in group, and that developed a scalability over there. So one lesson, 1 hour, but I'm able to do it with 3 people, okay, on discounted prices. But then you're having the advantage of not moving from here to that place, and you're also making more. That was great. It's a group lesson. Then came the coronavirus. That is when I was trying to convince people in the past about taking lessons online, they said, no, why would I take lesson online when I've paid you and I can have you to come over to my place or we can meet out there? They wanted to have the joy of having to sit with somebody and actually learn on a physical basis, be in a cafe, go out there, socialize and stuff like that. But with the advent of the coronavirus time, I mean, everything happened in such a way that people now said, okay, send me the Zoom link or send me the Google Meet link. And then I realized, okay, so I can actually still now expand again to now give 5 lessons a day, 5 hours of my time. I teach this, I go to the next one, the same link I send to another person, and I'm able to make money from there. That was great for some time, but then I realized that, okay, at the same time I was creating content and developing my brand, and I realized that, okay, now not just 5 people want to take lesson from me, 10 people want to take lesson from me, and it went up to 20 people. Then I realized that I cannot handle this if I'm to do it one-on-one lessons or group lessons. So I went from one-on-one lessons with individual to group lessons, bringing these 20 people together. But then we have different levels, different sections, and you have to now find resources to teach these people. Then I realized that I've grown so much. At that time, I was heading up to about 10,000 followers, and I realized there is no way I can handle this amount of demand that is coming, because 40 people, you cannot put all of them in a group lesson. It doesn't make sense. I open up the lesson and I see 40 people join. I sold the course thinking, okay, 20 people, but 40 people, how am I going to interact with them? Then came the idea that I need to, since I'm learning how to create videos, then I should learn how to package these videos and put it in a course format. That was where the idea of creating courses came about, and I started placing my courses on a platform called Udemy. And on Udemy, this is where the magic began to happen. Now I know that, okay, I can scale this to as much as I want because I'm not there teaching them physically. These are recorded courses. I did it once and I put it there. Before I did a Udemy, I need to tell you something. I started by selling ebooks. It is a PDF that I've written before and I'm selling it over and over again. That was an eye-opener to me, because the fact that you can make a PDF and sell to people and you don't have to remake it again. It's just the same product, sending it to people. They send you the money, they got a PDF. They send you the money, they got a PDF. That is it. That was super exciting. That was the eye-opening section for me when I realized that, okay, so it is definitely possible that you can actually sell things online, courses, PDFs, your knowledge. Then came the idea of the Udemy, and currently I have about 9,000 students in my paid course, and the other courses which are free, I have over 20,000 students over there. So in combined, currently I'm about to hit 30,000 students, and this is helping me increase my credibility among people and also for them to work with me. So this is the first day. This is exactly the story of how I got to where I am now, and the brands that I built for Gamal Hoja. It's a successful brand. Now I'm trying to use the same skills to now build other brands. Like as I talk about Girishimji X, this is for entrepreneurship for Turkish people. Then 1000X Media, this is where I'm now going to be expanding on the media section of what I'm doing, and teaching other people who also want to do what I did, the same knowledge and the skills that I did, and to guide them and also offer maybe private sections with people, help them build their first product and also build a successful personal brand. So that is the idea. That is what I'm doing at the moment. And also 1000X Trade, that is for e-commerce brands and stuff like that. So there is a lot on my table, but the idea is the story is always the same. You go into the market, you find a place where there is a demand, and you find a solution to it and you provide it to the market, and the market pays you. It's so simple. I don't want you to overcomplicate it. So if you're trying to start, listen to my story. That is my diary. That is how I actually got started. It comes natural. You're gonna find a product. It's just gonna come. It's gonna shout it out to you that this is it. There is a demand here. There is a need over here. If you can feel it, fill it out and I'll give you the money. Very simple. So what are you waiting for? This is a new channel. Go ahead to like if you enjoy what you heard. Subscribe to what I'm about to show you and all these ideas. On the next videos, I'll be sharing with you exactly how I'm planning to build this particular brand and stuff like that. So go ahead, give me a like and a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye. Peace.